You are watching Park TV.
Welcome to Monadnock Tonight with your host, Steve Jackson, coming to you live from the amazing Park Theater in downtown Jaffrey, New Hampshire. Join Steve as he presents two classic short comedies from W.C. Fields and Laurel Hardy. Now sit back, relax, and laugh. Here's Steve.
Well. Hello, everybody. Hello, friends. And welcome to the Park Theater and Park TV's Monadnock Tonight television program. It is Thursday, as it always is, when we're on. And it's about 5 p.m. here on the East Coast. And this is show number 77, believe it or not. And it is 73 degrees in downtown Jaffrey right now, partly cloudy. And yes, I am Steve Jackson. I'm the CEO of the Park Theater. And so glad you can join us, as we have been since for a couple of months now. We are broadcasting actually from the new theater. And that's a good sign because it means we're getting closer. And I'm telling you, the excitement that our board of trustees and our partners who are helping us get the building and the theaters ready is growing literally hour by hour, day by day. We can't make any announcements yet, but as I always say, stay tuned because signs are good. And there are a lot of exciting things that are being developed and for your benefit, for your theater. And it's, as I said, it's really exciting because we're talking to performing groups that will be here in the fall. We're talking whether they're single musicians, orchestras, performing groups from the local area, performers from nationally touring, as well as getting the movies ready for you. And we have an incredible partner in our movies in terms of our cinema installation that is being done here at the theater, and we've begun that process, and we're going to be in the middle of it very, very soon right now. But we're lucky to have one of the best cinema designers, engineers, and installers in the United States, and his company, Integrity Entertainment, doing the installation for the Park Theater. So that's partially why we get so excited, because the sound that you're going to hear, 12 surround speakers in our main Epps Auditorium, a 27-foot wide image on the screen, huge subwoofers, three speakers behind the screen, and an incredible Christie projector, one of the preeminent projector companies, Christie down in the big auditorium, and a Christie upstairs in our second King auditorium. And that's just the movies, but we're very excited about that. And there are a lot of great films, whether they're classics, whether they're they're starting to release the blockbusters and all of the films now because the movies are coming back. And we will be showing, recent Hollywood films, independent films, foreign films, and always the classics, and animation, and lots of films for kids. And we have two cinemas to play them in. And when they're not being used as cinema, they're going to have a lot of live performers. Friends locally, regionally, New England, and the U.S. So there's quite a few. And so, as I say, we're very excited about that. So just stay tuned on a daily basis, and you may be seeing things very soon. Now, one thing that I mentioned last week, and I've got to mention again right now, is that we, to do what I've just said, we need a lot of volunteers. No theater, I mean, no nonprofit organization, but no theater that is nonprofit exists without the help of volunteers. And certainly we've had many volunteers over the years that have helped us when we had our movies at the Jaffrey Women's Club, our free films over there, when for a few years we had the River Street Theater open on 6 River Street. Volunteers are so key to the success of any theater, and especially the Park Theater. And we want you to be part of it. And so as we're saying, and you'll be seeing posters flying around town and all over, and people calling and asking you, volunteer and be happy. And, and have fun while you help the theater. And certainly there are perks for being a volunteer at a theater. And we'll tell you about those in the days and weeks to come. But what do we need? We need ticket takers. We need ushers. We need concierge. We'll have a concierge desk. We'll have a membership desk. The concession stand, of course, box office and parking guides. And then show production, fundraising, poster and flyer distribution, marketing and social media, general administration, and on the form that you can fill out to apply to be a volunteer, there's lots of flexible scheduling. So you can go to theparktheater.org/volunteer, or you can scan this lovely little scan code, or call us here at the theater, 532-9300, 532-9300. So you'll be looking for a post. This is actually what the poster you're going to be seeing around the region as we look for our volunteers to get locked and loaded into being part of the Park Theater team. And next, just want to remind everyone, virtual offerings. Remember, just go to, to find out at any time what's going on, just go to virtualparktheater.com, virtualparktheater.com, and you'll see all the things that we've got to offer. And that is, if you had earlier today, you would have seen Peggy Seeger coming live from London, sister of Pete Seeger, and a internationally acclaimed folk singer. But we've got things keep coming every day. We've got POD. If you like heavy metal, and if you don't know POD, I think you're going to like POD. You probably already know POD, a Christian heavy metal band that's been around for 20 years. And they are performing tonight at 9 p.m. from San Diego live. $20 for a ticket. Go to virtualparktheater.com. Tomorrow night, we have award-winning country and folk star is Shannon McNally, and she's coming live tomorrow night from the City Winery in Manhattan at 9 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are $15 for that. And then as you complete a great holiday weekend, we've got the unmistakable Macy Gray live. We got 3 dates you can pick from, but her first date, and I forget where she's having her concert, where it's coming from, but first date is Sunday the 30th, and I'm forgetting the time right now, but Sunday the 30th. Let me just look over here so I can tell you the time. 8 p.m. Eastern time. So Sunday, and it's the same for all 3 concerts. Yes, all 3 concerts are at 8 p.m. So that's Macy Gray, and I think you'll enjoy that. And then, there are just many, many others I went over last week. On Tuesday, the David Bromberg Quintet. There's David, and tickets are $15 for him. That's on Tuesday, June 1st, and that is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And so that's a lot of fun stuff. Now, as we know, Monday is Memorial Day, and in honor, as we've done for many, many years, and normally we would present them at the Jaffrey Women's Club, but a film in honor of Memorial Day that has a war theme, World War II many times, but not always. It can be other wars, but World War II comes up quite a bit. And there's so many great films made about World War II. And the one that we're going to be showing is the Darryl F. Zanuck produced film from 1949 with an incredible performance by Gregory Peck, 12 O'Clock High. And the best way to let you know what 12 O'Clock High is, if you don't know it, if you've never seen this film, you should see it. And here is the trailer.
After we looked at 12 O'Clock High at the studio, I asked Darryl Zanuck's permission to tell you about it. I volunteered to do this because I believe that 12 O'Clock High is a particularly fine picture. Because of its daring and exceptional honesty, it touches a new limit of human emotion and experience. It shows what actually happened to 12 men in one group of the 8th Air Force, what they had to take and how they took it. 12 men as their women never knew them. The role of Savage in 12 O'Clock High is the most satisfying I've ever played. Savage is an exceptional personality who dares to be all things to 12 men, a man who crosses wings with destiny. But stop worrying about it and about yourselves. Stop making plans. Forget about going home. Consider yourselves already dead. Once you accept that idea, it won't be so rough.
Newto's High Squadron, Low Squadron, here they come. 12 O'Clock High. Watch it, Cobb. They're heading for the High Squadron.
Because 12 O'Clock High is good, powerful entertainment, I urge you not to miss it. Thank you.
So it was made in 1949. The time period is 1942 within the film. And that starts tomorrow, May 28th. Just go to theparktheater.org and click on the Park PixFlix button in the upper right. And that takes you right there to all of our free Park PixFlix films. And if you follow us on Facebook, there will be a link there tomorrow that takes you directly to that one film. And that's about the news. Now, today, every once in a while, we like to show some great short films within Monadnock Tonight. And this week, we have two great films made fairly close in time from two of the greatest early comedian actors, artists of film. Certainly involved in silent film for a while, both of them, and as well as certainly into talkies. But the masters of this, W.C. Fields, you've got on one side, and then you've got Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy on the other side. And so we have a short film. They're between 18 and 20 minutes long. The first one I'm going to show you is stuff from W.C. Fields. Now, W.C. Fields, or William Claude Duncanfield, was born in Darby, Pennsylvania on January 29th, 1880. His parents had emigrated from the Great Britain, and he, like many artists at that time, started in vaudeville in 1898, taking on a character of a genteel tramp juggler, and he was an amazing juggler. And then he moved in 1905 to musicals on Broadway with a musical called The Ham Tree, and I don't know what that's about. And then he moved his way to silent films in 1915. But his act became so distinctive and his characters were so successful that performers were stealing his act left and right all over the United States in theaters. So he went to the degree of taking an ad out in the trade journal Variety that warned these people about what they were doing to his stealing his property. And here is the ad he took out in 1919. And it says, in Variety, it says, "Notice to nibblers. Some indiscreet burlesque and picture players have nibbled at bits of my various acts. I am therefore compelled to notify them that all my acts and business therein are protected by United States and international copyright. I intend to vigorously prosecute all offenders in the future and have so instructed my attorneys, Rouse, Grossman, and Vorhaus in New York, and Burkhalter and Newfield in Chicago, W.C. Fields." So notice to nibblers. I love the headline. But he went on to be, as everyone knows, a global smash. Went into the talkies, but he died at a very young age. I mean, he died in 1946 at the age of 66. The last 2 years of his life were really medical issues, and very sad because it would have loved to have had that gentleman for at least another 2 decades to bring his extremely unique take to comedy and his inimitable style. I mean, it was just amazing. So our film today that I'm showing you is called The Golf Specialist. And it's an early talkie from RKO Radio Pictures, released in August of 1930. So a summer short film. Oddly enough, you may expect, well, of course it was shot in Hollywood, maybe New York, but it was shot in Hollywood. No, it was shot in Fort Lee, New Jersey. And you may not know this, but northern New Jersey in the Fort Lee area was a hotbed of film production. So was Manhattan and Brooklyn. But Fort Lee, New Jersey, in that area, before they all moved out to Hollywood, all the studios, they were making lots of films in that area. This is known as a pre-code film, so it was a little racy for the time. Directed by Monty Bryce, and runs about 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, The Golf Specialist.
Seen my wife around? Huh? There.
Nobody wants him, but I'm awful lonesome.
So it's you, is it?
Yes.
I've been laying for you for the last 3 or 4 days. Now, well, I'd like to see you. I'll keep...
You can't do this to me.
I can't, I'm doing it.
You're going to get in a lot of trouble.
I'll show you a few tricks. Say, can't I leave you alone for 1 minute without one of these guys trying to flirt with you? Huh? Oh. Now, if any of these birds annoy you, just let me know.
Yeah, Tubby dear. Gee, did you see what he did to that poor fellow?
Boy, that house detective's wife is going to get some poor guy murdered.
She'll flirt with anybody that wears pants.
Not me, little bright eyes.
I'm going to join your party.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, you. Is there a gig by the name of J. Effington Bellwether camping in this joint?
Mr. Bellwether is out.
Well, he'll be out like a light. If he don't come through with the $40 he owes me for taking him out in my fishing boat, why, the chisel's been giving me the runaround for me dough, and I'm gonna take it out of his hide. You tell the big lob that.
Oh, Mr. Bellwether is a guest in this hotel. I can't deliver any such message. But if you care to, you can leave him a note.
Well, I broke my tongue. Will you write it out for me?
Certainly, with pleasure.
Well, commence then. Dear Mr. Bellwether, listen, you four-flushing horse collar. If you don't come through with the jack you owe me, I'll knock your sappy-looking block off. There ain't no heel like you gonna put nothing over on me without getting a knuckle massage. Affectionately yours, Deep C. McGoik, alias the Slaughterhouse Kid. Finney. Now, don't forget and give that baloney Bellwether that.
Okay.
Hey-o. Happy days are here. Hello, Walter.
How do you do, Mr. Bellwether?
Any telegrams, cablegrams, radios, televisions?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
A little note.
A little note. Oh, thank you, Walter. Thank you, my bonny boy. Living in Bellwether. Happy days. La, 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 la. Silly little girl. Dangerous things, those lighters. I bought one in Copenhagen one time. It was a combination cigar lighter and matchbox. The matches were very good.
Hello, mister.
Hello, little boy.
Will you give me the dollar?
Oh, it's a little girl. Hello, little girl. How old are you?
5 years old.
5 years old.
Will you give me $1 to put in my bank?
I'll give you $1 to put in your bank if you'll sing me a song.
Give me the $1 first.
You're more than 5. Go and get out of here.
Come on.
Come on,
Give me
scram.
the
Who's
dollar.
Craig? Get away.
I don't care. I got $50 in my bank already.
You have $50 in your bank?
Yes.
Yeah. Probably has a pin sticking in her.
Oh,
What's
well,
the
Mr.
car?
Bellwether, what are you doing down in Florida?
Oh, I was just negotiating for a bank.
That's your little girl?
I don't know whose little girl it is, but she's trying to get money out of me. She's a wonderful little child, though. I was just playing with her silken hair.
You
Just
can
as silk and
lift me up by
beautiful.
my hair if you want to.
I can lift her up by her hair if I want to. She's as game as a pebble. Look at that. Isn't it wonderful? It really is remarkable and light as a feather. Light. He wants me to do it again. You know, it really is something to be proud of. Yes, it's marvelous, you little mink shoes. You wonderful little girl. Wants me to lift her way. Wants me to show it to everybody in the hotel. Look. Why, it's little people.
Say, was that guy trying to flirt with you?
Who? Oh, you big silly. There hasn't been a man anywhere near me.
Oh, don't try to kid me. If I catch him playing around you again, I'll pulverize him.
Oh, you're such a big brute.
Now, if any of these fellas make any wise cracks to you, just tip me off.
All right, Daddy dear.
How do you do?
Oh.
I beg your pardon. Rather silly of me, wasn't it? Oh, was that your father?
Oh, no.
And he was about to strike you?
Well, perhaps he would have if you hadn't been here.
Why, the big, great, hulking brute. You know, I've never struck a woman in my life.
You haven't?
Not even my own mother.
Oh, I could see that you were the very soul of kindness.
Oh, I'm very kind. But of course I can be cruel if needs be.
You can.
Oh, a veritable tiger.
Oh, but you have courage written all over you.
It's the laundry marks, dear.
Oh. Oh, they're going to play golf.
Yes.
Oh, it must be wonderfully romantic and secluded out on the golf course.
Oh, it's a marvelous game. I'm going to play this afternoon myself. Would you like to join me?
Oh, I'd love to.
Do you play?
Oh, no. I wouldn't even know which end of the caddy to use.
Oh, but you do know something about it. Permit me.
Thank you. I just love it out here. So nice and green and
Yes,
everything.
it is. Rather parky this morning, though. I have never been on such a crowded golf course in all my life. Little sissy. Did you bring a ball with you? Wonderful. Now, stay in clear. Keep your eye on the ball. Everything is formed. This is what they call the explosion shot from the tee. It won't hurt you. It won't hurt you at all.
Oh.
Stand clear, boy.
Wrong club.
What?
Wrong club. Try this putting niblick.
A putting niblick? Really, the little chap doesn't understand the nomenclature of the game. Now, stand clear, boy, and keep your eye on the ball. I have it. It's all right. Stand clear. Stand. It's all right. Come here. Stand back here. He gets all hot and bothered about nothing. I lost a really dear friend in the Canary Islands. What are you doing with a club like this in the bag? Don't play with these clubs. I lost a very dear friend in the Canary Islands many years ago.
How dreadful.
Chap by the name of Pumphrey Poothlewhistle.
Oh, what a funny name.
It's one of the Poothlewhistles from Twickenham. If you've ever been to Twickenham... Stop it, will you? Oh!
Oh, quite a driver.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Yes, he is. Yeah. Yes, we lost old Poothlewhistle in the Canary Islands. He was kicked to death.
Oh, that's a shame.
He was kicked to death by two infuriated canary birds.
Oh, what is it?
Someone had been feeding them meat. I happened to... Excuse me, Anything strange about that flower?
Yes, it does look rather odd.
Yeah. I think the shaft is warped. Give me another bat. Ah, that's better. That's much better.
Yes.
Now stand clear, boy, and keep your eye on the ball. This is what they call hitting past the chin, as I told you before. Really remarkable stuff. got here after all? A pie. Fancy bringing a pie to a golf course. A pint, yes, but a pie, never. Why, it's like carrying something or other, somewhere or other, as the case may be. You stand clear and keep your eye on this ball. Stand clear, boy, keep your eye on the ball. Stand clear. Quite a breeze.
Yes, there is quite a breeze.
Yes, there is. Quite a breeze. Yeah. Here's your overcoat. Now stand clear, boy, and keep your eye on the ball. I'm saying this is hitting past the chin.
Yeah.
Hitting as far past the chin as possible. But then never stand close to the ball when you hit it after you hit it. Sounds like one of those birds that fly backwards.
Oh.
Stand clear, boy. Keep your eye on the ball. It's coming this way. Creeps. Stop that, will you? Stop it and stand still. Now you stand clear and keep your eye on the ball. Stand still. Don't get moving around here with those inhabited feet of yours. As I was saying, it requires a great deal of quiet nerve and slow touching. Stand still and keep your eye on the ball. I'm sorry to lose my temper. Huh? What is it? Oh, Godfrey Daniel. Take you in. In your neck. Put your foot on that, will you? Have you with me again as a caddy? We're all with tea and china. Tea or coffee or chop suey or whatever it is they have there so much of. As I said, I'd like to wring your neck. I'd like to wash it first and then give it a good wring. Give it a wring that'd heal for miles. Miles. Will you take that out, please?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you. Put it in there. Girl. Thank you. It was really disgusting.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'm sorry that you had to see this.
That's all right.
Now, stand clear and keep your eye on the ball. Stand still. Stand still. Right in the ball.
Hello, Sheriff.
How are you? The sheriff is looking for Mr. Bellwether.
Well, where is he?
He's out playing golf with your wife.
With my wife. Come on, holy smoke, let's get it.
There it is.
Huh?
There,
Where?
on the end of your club.
Oh, so it is, so it is.
Yes.
What an eye he has. Now, you stand clear and keep your eye on the ball.
Oh, I've forgotten something.
Huh? Probably forgotten her horse.
Well, I won't need it anyway.
Won't need a horse. Want to ride it? I won't need it either. Here's a club for you for short holes. Now stand clear and keep your eye on the ball. I lost a horse one time. I forgot him. I left him down the Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon. That's a beautiful camel you have with you. Crazy about me. Now stand clear, boy. Don't stand there. Don't you know I'll smite you in the sconce with this truncheon? You're standing right and go boom away. Great silly boy. Oh. I'll have to have it reblocked.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yes. Thanks. Thanks for nothing. You stand clear and keep your eye on this ball. I was saying this is hitting past the chin. Stand clear, boy. So it's you, is it? I'd like to take this club and bounce it. I'll key that up to you.
All right.
Now stand clear and keep your eye on the ball. Another thing I forgot to tell you was, keep the wrists together. Never let the wrists separate. Take the club back slowly.
No, no. Oh!
As I was saying before, you've got to keep the wrists close together. Never let the wrists... Keep the wrists close together. Close together. Never let the wrists separate. Keep them close together. Keep the wrists close together.
The Golf Specialist with W.C. Fields. That particular routine that he did with the caddy and the young woman and himself, and the stickiness with the paper, the tissue paper and all that, was one of his classic vaudeville acts that he eventually brought over to this film. And I forget that he reprised it in another film about another 10 years later. But that was The Golf Specialist. Next, stay tuned, because we have Laurel and Hardy. Prior to appearing in their first film together as a duo, as Laurel and Hardy, in 1927, both had well-established film careers. Stan Laurel had been in over 50 films. He worked in silent films also as a writer, as a director. And Oliver Hardy had been in over 250 films, some features and some short films. And then they got together they were paired in 1927. Stan was born in Lancashire, England in 1890, and he lived until 1974. And Oliver Hardy was born in Harlem, Georgia, in 1892, and he passed away in 1957, and like W.C. Fields, very young at the age of 65. But together, Laurel and Hardy appeared in over 100 films, feature films and short films. So there's a lot to see them in. And this particular one was done in 1929. Now, 1929, as you may know, was a kind of a pivotal year in movies and movie theaters, because it was the year of the talkie coming to theaters and to film productions. And there were some still holding over in 1929. The Jazz Singer, I think, was 29. But there were many other films other than The Jazz Singer that were converting to talkies. And I'll get to you to a special aspect of the film you're going to see. This was shot as a silent film. But Hal Roach Studios, and Hal Roach was the king of comedy in silent films. He had his Keystone Cops. He had the Our Gang comedies for many, many years. And this is what we're going to see is a silent short starring Laurel and Hardy called Double Whoopee from 1929. It was shot in February of 1929 and released by MGM just a few months later in May. And while this was originally a silent film, in 1969, a version with post-synchronized dialogue tracks was produced by voice actors. There was a guy, an actor named Chuck McCann, who you might know him if you lived in the New York metro area. You definitely know him because he had a daily cartoon fun show for kids, of which I appeared on one day with other children in the 1960s. But he went on to do Hollywood films, and I think he did one that he was exceptional called The Projectionist in the early 70s. But his voice, he was known as one of the best imitators of both Laurel and Hardy. And so he added the voices to this talking version. So they took out the title cards, and put in Chuck's voice as both characters, as well as other voice actors. And so that's the version we're going to be showing you. So it's kind of a hybrid, even though this was originally intended as a silent film. So we're going to play it now. It was written by Leo McCarey. Leo McCarey was a very famous, in later years, director of comedies. He directed Duck Soup, Once Upon a Honeymoon, Going My Way with Bing Crosby, Bells of St. Mary's, Bing Crosby, Good Sam, and An Affair to Remember. So basically, we're going to see Laurel and Hardy as two hotel employees that just can't seem to do their job right. And you will also notice that Jean Harlow makes an appearance in this film as well, a brief appearance. So let us now go to double, what did I just say? I'm missing it again. Double Whoopee, 1929, Laurel and Hardy, here we go.
Something wonderful. It's true. He's coming to this hotel.
This way, sir. His Highness has arrived.
Why don't you watch what you're doing?
Relax.
Come, Stanley.
There he is, the prince and his prime minister.
Hello. We'd like to...
How do you do, sir?
I beg your pardon. Strictly a formality, gentlemen. Would you be so kind, sir?
Oh, certainly. Excuse me. Here you are. You do it. Your hat. Take it off. There. Oh. Put your name on that.
I don't have a pen.
There.
Oh, there.
The prince! The prince! Oh, prince! How do you do, Your Highness?
Oh! Why can't you watch what you're doing?
Your Highness, as manager, I greet you and give you official welcome.
Are you the manager of this place?
Yes.
Just the man I wanted to see.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, yes. Now, let's see here. Dear sir, introducing your new doorman and footman. These boys are the best we could do on such short notice. There is some reason to believe that they may be competent. Taylor. My gad.
What do I do, sir?
Get them dressed and get them out of here quick.
Yes, sir.
Ta-ta-ta.
You idiot! Well, what do you want?
The prince is there.
Oh, boy! Bella! Get to your post. Keep calm. Don't everybody silent. Stand right there and wait. We are deeply honored. Follow me.
That's the prince, all right.
Your Highness.
Your Highness.
Speak. Splendid, yes.
Your Highness, English gesprochen.
Thank you very much. I am here to make what you call whoopee.
Help me! Help me! Look out!
Excuse me.
Oh, this is terrible. Help me, raise it. Hurry. Oh, Your Highness. Your Highness, are you all right?
Give me a hand. Give me a hand, Your Highness.
Your Highness.
He shouldn't have.
I'm so sorry. Oh, don't do that. You idiot! But Your Highness, it hasn't happened in 1,000 years. It happened in your hotel. Come. Oh, Your Highness! Your Highness!
Reach down. Give me your hand.
Come on, help me, you fool! Help me!
Give me your hand.
You Doomkopf, idiot!
It blew. Well, see that it don't blow again. I'll be back, Bluebird.
Can I help you? Yeah, pal.
Hurry up, sweetheart.
Thank you, pal.
You better bundle up, dear. There's a chill in the air. Bless you.
Oh. Here you are.
For heaven's sake, don't come through that door like that. Give me the quarter.
Why do you want my quarter?
Give me my quarter.
Well, a fella gave it to me.
I don't care. You give me that quarter. I certainly earned this. It's half mine.
Well, I didn't want my quarter. This fella came out and gave me a quarter. I didn't mean to. If I opened the door, I don't know why I took it away. Because after all, I earned a quarter. See, I don't know why I want to take my quarter from my pocket. Look what you did.
Well, it was my
He threw my money away.
What's going on here?
He threw my money away.
Oh, I didn't do it.
He did. Yes, he
Give
did.
it back.
I'm a taxpayer.
Give the man his money.
I haven't got his money.
Come on.
All right.
And don't let that happen again.
Don't do that.
You blew it again.
I didn't blow it. He blew it.
He's too dumb to blow.
Well, here's another nice mess you've got me into. Don't! Oh! Oh, not that door. I'll get that door.
Hey. Ups a daisy.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm gonna have to walk you in. There.
I guess you're right.
Yes, ma'am. Close the door.
Hi, Miss. Here you are. Sign right here.
Yes,
Hey.
No! Boy, this time's out. Here, hide behind me. Will you hide?
Will someone please do something?
Give me your
I
coat.
can't
I
do
have
that.
never had
Give me your
I
coat.
can't do that.
Give me your
I
coat,
want
will you?
to.
Give your jockey there.
Do something.
Give me your coat. Give it to me. Here, miss. It's all my fault. Hey, what are you dressed like that for?
Well, it's
Well, I had to.
Why'd you take my coat off for?
What are you dressed like that for?
Don't push me.
Don't push me about. No. Oh!
Gentlemen, not in the lobby.
Why, you? No! No!
Egad! Oh! All right, that does it. Get out!
Oh, what do you think, a big idea? I'll get you for this. There. Oh, my.
Hey, you stuck me in the eye.
Just for the whole thing.
Well, look at my eye. How about it, huh?
Get out. You think it's funny? Well, take it out.
My eye. I'll get you.
Raus mit der Folie, der Prinz is coming. Yeah. Sir. Come here. What? No. Come on, Stan. For you. You the guy that hit me in the eye?
Your Highness, I'm sorry.
Enough.
But Your Highness...
It could mean war. His Majesty will hear about it. And the Queen, too.
Oh, no, not again. My God.
Well, and there it was, double whoopee with Laurel and Hardy. At that time, when you saw Jean Harlow come in at the end, Jean Harlow was, at that time, 1928 and 1929, was still working as an extra actor in Hollywood. But it was really in the latter part of 29 and 1930 that she started to become a star. And as you probably know, sadly, she had kidney failure and died at a very young age in 37. So, but that was an early, just before she was breaking into her big time, she was still doing extra work, and she made it into this Laurel and Hardy film. So very funny, guys. A little odd with the voices being dubbed in by actors, but not as bad as I thought it might be. So that concludes our two films for this week. We hope that you enjoyed them. A little bit of great comedy, and hard to believe, almost 100 years ago, coming up on 100 years, 90 or so years, but still some good old laughs, and pratfalls can sometimes be very funny, and those bits have been used and reused and or nibbled at, as W.C. Fields would say, that somebody had nibbled the ideas, but those they've been in every movie you even see now, whether a comedy, with I don't know. You look at some of the stuff with Anchorman and some of those very similar. A lot of bits that were seen on film for the first time by Charlie Chaplin, Harold Lloyd, and certainly Buster Keaton, by Oliver Hardy, Stan Laurel, and W.C. Fields. So we thank you for being with us. We are going to wish you a very happy holiday over the next few days, but not to forget on Monday why it is a holiday. It's Memorial Day. As I said before, we're going to be showing 12 o'clock high tomorrow. There will be many events on Monday. Hopefully you'll partake in them around the region, honoring those who served, and that kind of ends it for us here. As always, we like to tell you that if you have ideas for our programs or any questions about them, or if you'd like to sponsor something, just contact us at Park TV at theparktheater.org, or give us a call at 532-9300, 532-9300. I will remind you to go to virtualparktheater.com, because we have all those great live concerts that cost between $15 and $20 that you can participate and be an audience member, even though they're happening across the country, across the pond. So go to virtualparktheater.com, and as I mentioned earlier, go tomorrow to Park Pixflix and see our free film presentation that we've curated for you of 12 O'Clock High. And as that we say at the end of every one of our programs, to be safe, be healthy, always be kind to people, be hopeful, because we are doing this and we can do this. And thanks for being with us. Again, this is Steve Jackson, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.